Hi, I'm Thomas, and this is the third installment of how to shoot a great travel video, and this tutorial is all about which camera to choose. For obvious reasons, it's an important decision to make, and the main considerations for choosing the right camera are, of course, what you're going to use it for, and there are a number of factors that you need to consider. First, a couple of basics that you need to consider. The recording format. High definition has become pretty much a standard. So you need to make sure that if you buy a new camera, it is high definition, which is not to say you can't get away with standard definition cameras, because on the internet it still is more than adequate. But as you probably noticed, YouTube and other video hosting sites now use high definition video, so it just looks a lot crisper, a lot nicer. The other thing you need to consider, it should be a 3CCD camera, which just means that there's 3 chips to record the colors. That means that your colors come out a lot better. The other thing you need to consider is whether it has an external jack for an external microphone, because audio is very important, and if you've watched tutorial number 2, recording audio on your video is very important, and for that you need an external microphone. Because the microphones that come with your camera usually just record the ambient sound, but they don't pick up voices very well. The next thing is probably the most important decision you need to make, which is the storage format. There are a number of storage formats. The traditional one is mini DV, then there's hard disk drive, and recently they've started using flash storage as well. I recommend either mini DV or hard disk drive. Hard disk drive has obvious advantages because you don't need to use tapes, you don't need to carry them around, you don't need to buy them. The cameras are very small, and therefore they're perfect for vacation videos and that sort of thing. But the main disadvantages are that hard disk drives heavily compress the footage into formats like MPG or M2TS, which means that you don't get uncompressed footage. So it takes away on the fact that you've recorded it in high definition. The other thing is, of course, that if you're using professional editing software, they often don't understand these particular formats like M2TS, so you have to reconvert it, and that blows up the size of the actual file, and of course it takes time. But the main thing is really that when you want to work as a professional videographer, then I would recommend that you use mini DV tapes. Mini DV tapes record uncompressed footage. You can archive it, and you don't need to store it on your computer, because you can have a physical copy of it on tape. To come down to actual brands, I always recommend using brands like Sony or Panasonic. I have used Canon as well, and I wasn't happy with it. There was always problems with the carrier mechanisms, with dust and things getting into the inner lens, and also the customer service. So I personally haven't had the best experiences with Canon, which is not to say that they're not good cameras, but I personally wouldn't recommend it. Sony I've been very happy with. I own a Sony HDR-X1. That's the camera that is being used to record this at the moment. It's one of the older models, which means that any problems would have been fixed on this model. Also, they're not that expensive anymore, and a lot of people really like these cameras, which you can tell by the reviews on the internet. So it is a great camera. It doesn't record in full HDV, which means the dimensions of 1920 times 1080. It records in 1440 times 1080, but for the internet that is more than sufficient. And if you're looking at a hard disk drive camera, then I also recommend Sony. They do have some good hard disk drive cameras, but as I said, they record in a very strange format, M2TS, which means you need to reconvert the digital video files, and that means extra time and extra storage space. You can of course use the editing software provided by Sony, but it's not that great, and you need to pay for it again as well. Okay, well, those are the main considerations when you buy a camera, and if you have any questions, then shoot me an email at tom@filmingholidays.com. And for more information on how to make money with travel videos, go to my website, which is filmingholidays.com. Alright, and that's it. Till next time. Bye.